Hello, students. I would like to talk to you a little bit about solving a few word problems today with subtraction. So, we are going to be looking at page 57 in our textbooks, and we're going to do a couple problems together. But before we get started, my daughter wanted to say hi. So, here she is.
Hello.
Hello. So, this is my daughter, Sophia, and she is also in second grade. And she goes to a different school though. She goes to Yinghua Academy where they learn how to speak Chinese. So can you say something in Chinese?
Ni hao.
Ni hao. Can you say, my name is?
我的名字是台飞雅。
All right, her Chinese name is Taifeya. And her English name is Sophia Taylor Morris. Can you please stop doing that Velcro in the camera? Okay. All right. So I would like to talk to you about solving a couple of these word problems. This first one is about Ava. And it says Ava bought a doll which cost $8.45. She gave the cashier $10. How much change did she receive? All right. And then here is our answer sentence down at the bottom. So one thing we've been working on is doing all of our steps to solve word problems. So we read the problem, we underline the question, so we can underline it right there, and then we write our answer sentence. And so they have kind of helped us here to write our answer sentence. And I have my answer sentence here that I wrote on my whiteboard. So we usually write our answer sentence down at the bottom, and I'm going to make sure I have my capital letters and my end marks. So last week when you all were working on word problems with adding money, you did a really nice job. I liked how I saw so many people doing all the steps to solve word problems. I liked how you were showing your thinking. That was great. So we've got our answer sentence. Another thing we do is we draw our two lines here to make three spaces, 1, 2, 3. And that just helps us to remember that we should have something in each one of these spaces. So over here, this is our who and our what. So if we go back to our problem, and here it says, let me try to turn on this light, make it a little brighter. There we go. Ooh, it's kind of bright. All right, so we are talking about Ava. And let's see, we would say Ava's money, I guess, or Ava's change. I'm trying to find out how much change she received. So we could say our who is Ava, apostrophe S. And we could say Ava's money or Ava's change. Either one of those would be just fine. All right, so there's our who and our what. In the middle, we have our unit bar, and that is just a fancy name for a rectangle. And then over here to the side, we're going to solve our problem, work our computation. All right, so if we go back and look at our problem, we know that Ava bought a doll that cost $8.45, and she gave the cashier $10. How much change did she receive? So if we look at the two numbers that they've given to us here in our problem, we can think about, have they given us two of the parts and we're going to add them together to make the whole, or if they already given us the whole number and one of the parts and we need to find the other part, which is what they have done here, because this is how much she had. She had $10, so that's going to be our whole number. So I'm going to put that above or below my unit bar. It can go on the bottom or the top, doesn't really matter. We draw a little bracket. So this is our whole number. And then we know that the doll costs $8.45. I'm going to chunk my unit bar into two chunks. One is how much the doll cost. And the other one is our question mark. That is how much change she got back, how much change she received. So the next thing we do is we work our computation. So we can see if we have the whole and one of the parts, and we're trying to find a missing part, then we know what to do. We subtract. To find a missing part, we subtract. All right, so over here, we can write $10 minus $8.45. All right, I'm going to try to make sure I line up my numbers where they should be. I'm going to put my decimal point down below. All right. And then we have 0 minus 0. Uh-oh, more on the top. No need to stop. More on the floor. We have to go next door and get some more. So 0 minus 5, we can't do it. So we've got to go next door. Uh-oh, there's nothing there either. So I'm going to go way over here. And we can sort of think of this 10 as, just like $10. So I'm going to take away one of those dollars. I'm going to take away one of those dollars and make this a 9. And then this can become a 10. So we know $1 is the same as 100 cents. And so I'm kind of taking 100 cents and putting it over here. So 10 tens is the same as 100. Now, if I go back 0 minus 5, I still can't do it. So I need to rename again. So this becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. Now I can subtract in the ones place. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 tens minus 4 tens is 5 tens. And then $9 minus $8 is $1. Then we can kind of go back here, cross off our question mark, and think, let's see, if Ava got $1.55 in change, would that answer make sense? And to me, it does look like it would make sense, because if we look at $8 plus $1, that would get us $9. And 55 cents and 45 cents would be that other dollar. And then we plug it into our answer sentence. And she received $1.55 in change. All right, so we've checked to make sure that our answer makes sense. And let's try one more problem on page 57. Yes. Sure. Mm-hmm. All right, so here is our next problem. Do you want to get her? Oh, Sophia wants to show you our kitty. Okay, you can show them Bobcat. Oh, she's sleeping now. I don't know if she wants to be woken up, but she's like, okay, I'll say hi to the students. Oh, hi. Hi, Bob. Do you want to do some math? Huh? She says, I'm sleepy. I was sleeping. Oh, she makes funny sounds, doesn't she? Okay. She's pretty sleepy. Okay. Thank you, Fifi. All right. So we're going to do one more problem together. Let's see. We have a box of cookies that cost $4.75. And a box of chocolates that cost $8.20. Ooh, that must be a nice box of chocolates. All right, how much cheaper is the box of cookies? So here we are comparing. We're thinking about, well, if the chocolates cost this much and the cookies cost this much, how much cheaper is the box of cookies? And so when we are thinking about comparing, when we're comparing two things, we're actually going to make 2 unit bars, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, but first, let's go ahead and underline our question. Underline the question. Write an answer sentence. So there's our answer sentence. Our question, how much cheaper is the box of cookies? And our answer sentence is the box of cookies is blank cheaper. So let's make our answer sentence here. The box of cookies is blank. I'm running out of space here. Cheaper. And I'll make sure I have my capital letter and my end mark. All right, so the box of cookies. Let's draw our 2 lines so we know we should have something in each of these spots here. And what are we talking about here? Cookies and chocolates. And we don't have a who here. Let's see, who would like to have these cookies and chocolates? Let me pick a name for us here. There's my math list. All right, why don't we pretend that Axel has these. Okay, let's pretend that these are Axel's chocolates and cookies. All right, Axel, you have some cookies and chocolates at home? We're going to pretend these are Axel's. Okay, so these are Axel's chocolates and cookies. This is making me want an afternoon snack. Axel's chocolates and cookies, and my daughter too. She's like, "What? Did you say chocolates and cookies, Mom?" Hi, sweetie. There she is again. You're making a lot of appearances in this video. Okay. All right. So Axel's got some chocolate and cookies. And now, like I said, we're comparing here. We're saying that one of them, well, we know the chocolates cost more and the cookies cost less. So we're going to compare by making 2 unit bars. And unit bars are just rectangles, right? Fancy name for rectangles. And we know that the chocolates, I'm just going to draw a little arrow here. We're going to make one represent the chocolates and one represent the cookies. And we know the chocolates, if I look back on my problem, the chocolates were $8.20. There we go. $8.20. And the cookies were $4.75. So I'm going to go ahead. Oops, I do have an eraser here. I'm going to make my unit bar for cookies a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, because the cookies cost less. And what we're trying to find out is how much cheaper are the cookies. So I'm going to do kind of my little dotted line. My question mark goes in here. So I'm trying to find out this number. In other words, we can think of it as this is our whole number, how much the chocolates cost. That's our whole number. And one of the parts is how much the cookies cost. And then the other part, our missing part, is, well, how much cheaper are the cookies? In other words, if we had this amount of money, what amount of money would make them the same? So another way to think about this question mark is the difference. So we're trying to find the difference between these 2 prices. All right, so in order to find the difference, to find the missing part, we're going to subtract. So I'm going to go ahead and work my computation over here to the right side. And we'll line those up there. We'll put our decimal points down. Okay. Starting over here, we always start in the ones place. We always start at the top. 0 minus 5, can't do it. We go next door and we get some more. All right. Now we can do it. 10 minus 5 is 5. 1 minus 7, oh, can't do that. We got to go next door again. 11 minus 7 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. And so it looks like, let me cross this off, $3.45. And that is how much cheaper the cookies are. Let's see if that looks like it would make sense. $3 plus $4 is 7. 75 cents. Well, I know 75 cents plus 25 cents gets me up to the next dollar. That'd be $8. And then I'd have 20 more cents. So that looks like it would make sense. And then I fill in my answer sentence and I am good to go. Alrighty. Now, if I really wanted to be really careful and really check my answers, I could take my part and I could add it to this part and see if I get my whole number. So if you wanted to be extra careful, you could add these 2 together and see if you get your whole number. All right, now my children are running around, so I need to go. You guys want to say goodbye?
Bye, students.
Okay, be nice, Henrik. He's a little crazy sometimes. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So I will talk to you later. Bye.